True.
Because if I'm lagging in the Discord call, I'm going to be lagging really bad in game.
Yeah, it happens. I forgot to bring up the show notes. Oh boy.
I hope you didn't hit record already.
I did.
You are a fucking fool.
Welcome to Nonstop Debate, everybody.
We're here. Dylan doesn't have his teleprompter.
Yeah, I'm looking at the teleprompter.
It's blank.
There's nothing here. Where the fuck?
Like you've seen Bruce Almighty?
Yeah, but not for a really long time.
It's when Steve Carell was reading the teleprompter. And
oh, yeah, and he's just like... Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Where the fuck are my show notes?
Why don't you just fucking hit start search show notes?
Hey, there we go. Got him. Yeah, we don't remember how to do a podcast.
Yep.
So.
Hey, Alice, fix this in editing. Oh, wait.
I'm probably going to edit this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have definitely seen it by now, but if you haven't, the most recent Town of Salem video that went up a couple days before this one was actually edited by our friend Alice. He's going to be our editor for some videos.
Yeah, aka he's Noah from fucking the Dota 2 video. It's Kokichi. Yeah. Right. It's his first video ever editing. Yay, happy for him.
He did.
I gotta pay him $50.
He did a pretty decent job. I enjoyed it.
Right, yeah. I enjoyed it too.
And he'll get better as he goes on, so.
Yeah. It's like his first video editing thing ever, so yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty good for a first time ever.
Right.
So. Alright, well, today we are talking about the funny man himself, Mr. Kiyotaka Ishimaru. I brain farted his last name. I knew his first name. I was like, what's his last name again? Fuck. Kiyotaka Ishimaru. But we know him as just
He's
Taka.
not the funny man. He's the best boy. He's the purest, goodest boy.
But he is the funny man, though.
Hero.
We talked about this before, though. Hero's like... Well, I guess... Not technically before, but before. This is our second time recording the Taka podcast because I'm a dumb and I, for some reason, didn't have a box checked and Jer's audio didn't get recorded. So.
Yeah, for an entire podcast.
For an
Dylan.
entire podcast, yes.
I'm pretty sure you made fun of this for me at some earlier podcasts for not recording a Necropara video back in the day. Without making sure my audio is recording. How have the tides turned?
Fuck. Yeah.
Karma be a really bitch. Oh, fuck. I had a brain fart there, too. God damn it.
Got him. But no, we talked about this before, because, like, Hero... It's funny because we were both going into this before just talking about... We were just going to talk about Taka, haha, he is good for a couple laughs and then he's gone and that's about it. But in that discussion, we kind of...
devolved.
Yeah, it kind of evolved into us realizing that he's very important as a comedic relief character.
Ironically, the moral compass character.
Yeah. He's very, like, because even as the moral compass throughout the game, he's keeping spirits high. And then once he's gone is when all the real shit happens.
Yeah. It's when fucking Togami gets a little bit more heightened, the traitor gets revealed, which is Sakura.
Yep. Everything just goes downhill once Taka's gone.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of glad that the first podcast didn't work, because it kind of gave us a chance to sit on that for a little while before we came back and recorded this one.
Right.
So, but yeah. So, yeah. Taka, design-wise, I can't remember exactly
he stands
what we
out
said.
for how he stands out with the way of how formal he is compared to the rest of the cast.
Yeah. I
And
do
I
remember
remember-
mentioning his color scheme. I like his color scheme a lot.
Yeah.
The white and
The white
red
with
and black accents is very it's very good looking.
Yeah, and it pops out in the crowd too.
Mm-hmm.
And he whenever he goes you okay there?
I'm good, sorry.
Yeah. Whenever Taka goes Ultra Instinct, and when he becomes like more white, and all of a sudden, he pops out a little bit more. He becomes a little bit more like a blobby mess because of that, though, too.
Yeah.
Compared to when you have black hair.
Yeah, I think turning his hair white makes it... Fuck. I think it makes his design suffer just a little, because at that point he's got too much white going on. But they make his hair... No, it's his eyebrows. They make his eyebrows like all flamey. And I think that kind of like makes up for it. Because it's like there's a lot of white going on. But now he's got a bunch of new color in there too. And it's like, alright. But yeah, I think design-wise, neither one of us really has a whole lot of issue with it. He definitely looks better than a couple of the other characters in this game. He's got a pretty good design as far as everyone goes. Because, like we've said, everyone in Danganronpa 1 is, for the most part, pretty cookie cutter. A lot of them are very basic, but that's just, you know, kind of... They're the bar for the next two games. As far as
they're the baseline. Goes. The baseline where we have to do better for the next games.
Yeah, and it's not that any of them are bad. That's just that they're basic because the developers were starting out just somewhere easy.
Right.
They're recognizable enough, and I think that's what matters.
Right.
And Taka's definitely a tad more recognizable than the others, just by like facial expression and outfit alone. His fucking face in some of his sprites, man. He kills me.
All right, everyone close your eyes, and the killer, raise your hand.
This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I love him so much. Oh, God.
Taka's my favorite character in the entire cast of the first game.
He's enjoyable.
Yeah,
I like
he's
him
very enjoyable. Yeah.
He reminds me of Ida from My Hero Academia because they're both very similar in the regard that they're like moral compassy good boys.
Right. Always trying to do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. They have a pretty similar design too because Ida's very like... His base color is white or light gray.
Right.
So.
And he always like you could see him as like a suit and tie and stuff like that. While Taka's aping a little bit more of like the student council president side, where he has like, because you don't see a lot of anime Dylan. So basically, student council's presidents usually dress up like Taka. They're like very formal. They almost look like military commanders, like Satsuki Kiriyugi and Kill la Kill and Madeka from Madeka's Box. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very cliche anime trope where they dress up in like military uniform because they have such a commanding presence. So that's what like Taka is trying to ape from. You can really tell because he has like several of the student armbands for like the different classes.
Mm-hmm. He's got like little badges on his shirt somewhere too. I remember.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Taka is an ally character, for sure. He never ends up being a murderer. He's never a murderer. He does get killed.
Never hostile either.
Yeah, he's never really hostile with anyone.
Yeah. Chapter 3, he kind of just like dies, figuratively and meta.
His character just kind of wilts away, and then it blossoms into something. It's about all I could say. I don't really know how to
Cocaine Bear.
I don't know how to describe it. He's Cocaine Bear. He becomes Cocaine Bear. God.
But instead of every single fucking cause of death, it's more like you imagine every single superpower he has them. He had to be killed by being snuck up on, or else fucking he would have just caught the mallet and just killed Celeste right then. And, well, maybe not kill Celeste. He's too much of a good boy to kill anyone.
Christ. That's the question, Jer. If he was Ultimate Instinct Taka, how come he didn't dodge the hammer when fucking Celeste bonked him?
Because he's a human in Ultra Instinct, not a Saiyan in Ultra Instinct.
Dang. We said it already at the top. He is the ultimate moral compass. Or
Right.
ultimate good boy.
The goodest of good boys.
The goodest of good boys.
Like, whenever everyone was getting, like, their secret revealed, I'm pretty, in Chapter 2, I'm pretty sure Taka's was, like, he was 5 seconds late for class one time, and he's, knowing Taka, he would never have let himself down.
Yeah. Spent the entire afternoon apologizing to the teacher, even after she said it was okay for the 100th time.
And then he gave himself 3 weeks of detention.
And then he still felt guilty about it. Fuck.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude, you get some water, dude.
Oh, I would, but I'm out of water.
Damn it.
Unfortunately. So,
Unfortunately, indeed.
yeah. YouTube's not paying the bills anymore. My water ran out.
The water ran out.
I couldn't pay the water bill.
Too long, I ran out of water.
Hopefully this podcast can help me feed my starving family. His murder.
Yep. Yeah, he was killed during Celeste's electric boogaloo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have swore it
Bonked
was
right on the
Hifumi
head.
that killed him.
No, Celeste killed them both. Because remember,
Oh, that's
they
right,
both
that's right,
found
that's
the
right.
body.
The whole
Yeah, they
the whole
both-
body discovery announcement thing, and Hifumi was down in the nurse's office at the time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep, and they were both found at the same time, causing time of deaths to be really skewered, and all
Yup.
sorts of strange things happening in that case.
Yup. Yep, he just got bonked on the head by Celeste with a big old hammer, and that's about it.
That's about it.
There isn't really a whole lot to say. It wasn't like extravagant or brutal or anything like that.
Right.
The discovery was kind of depressing.
Yeah.
But I think
But
a lot of
at
people
the
see it
same
coming
time-
too, because you don't see Taka for a little while before you find his body. He's like the only person in the group who's not following Celeste on her wild goose chase.
Right.
So,
It was Hiro, Celeste, and Hifume were not following Celeste on their wild goose chase. And that's because Hiro was stuck inside of a mech suit gonna be framed for this.
I can't believe I'm gonna get framed for murder.
Again, for the second time.
He gets framed for murder like every other murder case in that fucking game, and it's kind of sad. God. But yeah, we talked about this. We talked about this in the previous recording, because we were just gonna kind of. That's all we were really gonna say about his death. But the more we talked about it, the more we realized, like, no, things get really bad after he's gone.
Yeah.
Because every murder case before that, even at the beginning, before anyone even dies, when you guys realize you're all stuck there, Taka is the one trying to take charge. He's trying to keep everyone's spirits up. If anyone gets out of line or gets too, like, down on the situation, Taka's there to, like, help them back up, keep the situation in good
Right.
spirits. He makes you laugh. You as the player, he's funny. He keeps you he keeps you guessing, he keeps you laughing. He's fun. He's funny. And then pretty much right after case 3, when he dies, is, like Jer said, that's when Sakura gets found out as the traitor. That's when all the big stuff starts happening, the final murder investigations. Makoto almost gets executed, or if you play it wrong, Kyoko gets executed, and then you get to see the secret ending.
Where Toko's dead, but fucking has
She has like a memorial photo that Togami's holding.
Right.
and he's smiling, and you and Hina have kids, shared kids with Hiro, you get to live in a world where Hiro was right, and that's how you know it's the bad ending.
In all possible outcomes, if Hiro is right, we should not believe. We should not be in this universe.
I just want like an edit of like Doctor Strange from Infinity War where Makoto's just like, "What did you see?" and Hiro's like, "I saw 3,252 possible outcomes." Makoto's like, "And which one were you right in?"
How many of those did you get laid?
"How many of those did you get laid?" And he's like, "1." Oh god.
That secret Hiro was actually acting dumb the entire time. He saw the future and he wanted the ending where he gets laid.
You get manipulated by Hiro throughout the entire game just to make the choice that leads to him getting laid like 3 years later.
What kind of ultimate like 7D chess would Hiro be playing?
He's not playing 7D chess, he's playing fucking checkers. He's in another realm of existence and he's playing a game of checkers with fate itself and he's winning.
And Fate's playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Fate thinks they're playing checkers, and then Hiro puts a fucking Blue Eyes White Dragon down, and Fate's just like, "What?" And then just looks up at Hiro and is like, "What is that?" And he's like, "That's my Blue Eyes. I win." And Fate's like, "I don't think that's how," and Hiro's like, "I win," and then it just hard cuts to him smashing Hina in the bedroom.
No, he's like, "Oh yeah, you're right. I played polymerization. Now I have Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon on the field. Now I totally win."
Okay, we're getting off topic here.
We could go down this rabbit hole forever.
We could.
Yeah.
We should save it for the Hiro episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taka, it's wild to think about. It changed our scores initially.
Yeah.
At the end of the first recording, we were going to give him like 6 out of 10, which was in line with the rest of the cast. And we gave him a higher score than that. I won't say it now because, we'll rate him at the end. But he got a higher score just on the basis of how important his character was in the overall story, because the impact that his personality had on the game and, like, the characters themselves.
It's a noticeable void.
It is.
Very noticeable.
When he's gone, you can tell. You can tell he's gone because there's no more laughs and smiles happening once he's dead. It's just all bullshit.
For example, I think they tried doing this again, but with Nekomaru Nita from the second game.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of feel like it was kind of lost on Nekomaru for a bit because he came back as Mekumaru.
Yeah.
And we just couldn't take him seriously. We kind of knew he was going to die afterwards.
They definitely did the same thing with him too, though, because after he dies in Chapter 4, we also lose Gundam, who was another one of the more comedic relief type characters in 2, and, that was Case 4, so at that point, Danganronpa 2 also gets a lot more serious and a lot less jovial.
Right.
So... yeah, it's
fair enough.
It's like you said, when Taka's gone, it's noticeable. It's very noticeable. It impacts the characters a lot moving forward in the rest of the story. It impacts you, the player, in a way, because like I said, he's the primary comedic relief. Like, you still have Hiro, I guess, yeah, but Hiro's not, like, consistently cracking one-liners or making you laugh. Hiro's mostly
he's the
just
ultimate red herring.
Yeah, he's just there playing dumb. He's got a couple golden lines here and there, but... overall, he's not like Taka, where most of the time he's speaking, he's being funny, Yeah.
Yeah. Like Taka, like for most of the cases. Shit! My knife fell. Fuck. Oh, okay.
Good job.
Like Taka in the very first 2 cases, at least he was following along. He was understanding what was happening.
Yeah.
Fucking Hiro is like 3 cases behind everyone else, and he's just there to act dumb, just in case if you didn't catch what's going on.
Yeah, pretty much, actually.
Yeah.
He has no fucking idea. You have to catch him up a lot, actually.
Right. It's a good way to get like everything like in order in the line of events.
Yeah.
But for like Taka, Taka contributes a lot more than Hiro in like cases leading up to that, because Taka's like, yes, I see. Yeah, his ideas that he has for helping the case move along are fucking dumb, but they're hilarious, and at least he's trying. At least he's not explaining the same goddamn thing to Hiro for like the third or fourth, fifth time. Yes, Sakura's a girl, Hiro. Keep up, please.
He didn't even find that out until like chapter 4. God, what a legend.
Right.
God. Alright, well, on to personality. I think we've already talked about it quite a bit, so we don't really need to go too in-depth with it. Taka's just, he's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
That's about all that needs to be said.
We also covered this extensively because in the Mondo video, because whatever we could say about Taka kind of equally applies to Mondo.
Yeah. Because they were kind of solar opposites of each other, and that's partially why I think they became great friends, and you have that interesting dynamic there. Which just gets even more interesting when Mondo dies.
And then we get Taka Mondo, Ultra Instinct Taka.
Yeah, which I fucking... Christ.
It has the rudeness of Mondo, but the politeness of Taka, the ultimate fusion.
Yeah, he's still unable to say the words shit and fuck, but he does say heck and crap. So I mean, that's definitely an improvement.
And freak. And frick.
Yeah. That's my favorite part about Taka, is when he gets to fucking Ultra Instinct mode, he still doesn't swear, but he does like pseudo swear words. Like the fucking elementary school level swear words. I think that's my favorite part about that whole thing. I remember laughing for like 10 minutes when he said crap, I think, instead of shit, and it just did not sound right at all. And I just couldn't stop laughing. I had to pause the game, and I had to just sit there for a minute and try and catch my breath, because I was like, I can't with this fucking guy.
Was that your Ibuki kicks down the door moment for you?
Oh god, dude. Don't even talk to me about Ibuki fucking kicking down your door. She didn't even kick it down, she just broke into your fucking room. And me and Hajime, when I played through that game, had the exact same response. I was like, Ibuki, how did you get in here? And she's like, oh, I fucking broke your doorknob and broke into your room. And I'm like, you fucking what?
I destroyed your puny little one.
Oh god. Fucking Ibuki. Jesus. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taka's he's just a good old boy. He does not... I don't think he gets upset with, like, anybody, really, other than Mondo when they first meet.
Yeah.
And that's only because Mondo's being a little difficult.
Yeah, and he probably got a little bit like Togabi, please don't do this. You should not separate from the group. We should all stick together, work together.
Yeah.
That's what he was kind of like.
But it never got any worse than that. He was pretty patient and accepting of everyone there.
Right.
So, yeah, he's just a good old boy. Honestly, personality, aside from just, like, being funny and enjoyable, he's about the same as everyone else. There isn't a whole lot there, but what is there is entertaining.
Right.
More so than some of the other characters, just because he was written as a comic relief, so...
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. That's just...
It's not a bad thing, yeah.
That's just Trigger Happy Havoc. So...
Yep. Some characters are naturally more funnier than others. I'm looking at you, comparing, like, Hiro to Soda.
I don't even think Soda was funny. I just thought Soda was sad.
Sad and pathetic.
Yeah, just a little. Hiro was also sad and pathetic, but Hiro had his hamburger abducted by aliens, and I don't think any character in the series is going to be able to top that for me. To be honest.
They even had CG artwork, so you know it was true.
That's how you know it happened. Alright, well, we will get back to Taka and how well we think he was written, but first, we're going to go to Ego Theater.
It's time for a death battle!
And now it's time for Ego Theater.
Alright, so what are we talking about this time?
Super Saiyan Hajime versus Ultra Instinct Taka.
That's right, that's what it was. In the off recording that we did before that I didn't get your audio, we talked about which Sherlock Holmes was better.
Right.
I don't remember who I gave it to.
I think you gave it to Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, because he was more like Sherlock, and Robert Downey Jr. was second place only because he was more of a brawler, and I don't think Sherlock's ever been a brawler.
Just to populate.
Yeah, it's great, don't get me wrong, I love Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock, but I think Benedict is a little closer to the source material. That's the only reason I gave it to him.
Okay, you Infinity War though, Dylan?
Do what?
You've seen Infinity War, right? Marvel's Infinity War?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony straight up says to Doctor Strange, do you concur, Doctor?
Oh,
and I'm like...
Yeah, it's a reference because they've both been Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I caught that.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Ultra Instinct Hajime versus Ultra Instinct Taka.
No, it's Super Saiyan Hajime versus Ultra Instinct Taka.
Super Saiyan Hajime. Sorry, my bad. Fuck. Can't believe I got our made-up dumb meme names wrong for these fucking fictional anime characters and their dumb bullshit.
Welcome to Versus Battle, baby!
Versus Battle. Versus like a cheap dollar store version of Death Battle.
Right. We'll just have the sprites do a little dance.
Honestly, I'd probably just... I think we'd have to give it to Hajime. Because Taka goes Ultra Instinct and then dies like 2 minutes later from a hammer to the head. Hajime technically is also Hajime and Izuru Kamakura. So he is technically Hajime and also the ultimate. So I mean... I feel like there isn't much of a contest here.
And he kind of beat God Mode Cyber Junko too, so...
Which is just stupid, but... I guess in the context of what's going on in the game, it's fine. It makes sense.
Right.
So... Yep. I would have to say Hajime.
I would say... Hajime, but not because of that reason. Mainly because Hajime is voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Jesus. It wasn't...
Hajime, what the hell happened to you? Why are you so mad? That bastard called me dead weight!
That bastard called me dead weight. That's what should have happened in Danganronpa 2. Fucking Junko's like, what do you even want, Hajime? You're not even an ultimate. You can't solve this case. You're just dead weight. And then he just goes fucking Super Saiyan, and she's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
Devil Trigger playing in the background.
That bitch called me dead weight.
And no, neither of us seen Bleach, so your Ichigo comments are lost on us. Because Johnny Young Bosch got big voicing Ichigo from Bleach.
Oh, really?
Sorry, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sorry, Bleach. Yeah. Sorry, Bleach fans. Your things are lost on us. But yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. He was also a Power Ranger, Dylan, but I'm pretty sure I told you that.
He was a Power Ranger?
Yeah, everyone from the DMC crew are Power Rangers. All the guys are Power Rangers. Yeah.
Okay, well, I knew the guy that plays Virgil.
Right.
I forgot his name.
He's the Quantum Ranger.
I knew he played a Power Ranger because videos popped up in my recommended recently from looking up Devil May Cry stuff. And it was the name of the guy who plays Virgil in 5. And then it was like, it said it was his name, and then it said as Quantum Ranger in Power Rangers. And I was like, he used to be a fucking Power Ranger? Dude, that's sick. But you're telling me that fucking Johnny and the guy who voiced Dante used to be Power Rangers too?
Yeah, fucking Ruben Langdon used to be the Red Ranger.
In which one?
The OG.
Oh, the OG Power Rangers.
I think I might be right. Yeah.
The only Power Rangers I've ever really seen is Lost Galaxy.
Right.
And that's because I grew up with a VHS tape of all the episodes that had the Magna Defender. And I was like, dude, this guy's cool as hell. And then I saw the actual series, and I was like, oh, you mean he's not in that many episodes? Fuck. Because that was all I ever saw was that VHS tape. So I always thought Magna Defender was, like, always around. But...
Yeah, because Ruben Langdon got Johnny Young Bosch into DMC4 because of his work on Power Rangers. So... Yeah, because I'm pretty sure Ruben and the guy who voices... I can't remember his name to save my life. The guy who voices Virgil, they did all the mocap for DMC3.
Nice.
Right. Yeah.
Well, cool.
And if you ever seen like the voice actor Virgil, he actually does a bunch of the katana moves in like mocap sessions, like Virgil does. So yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Very cool. Who would win in a what was our low budget death battle name again? Wow.
I don't remember.
Wow.
It was so low budget, we didn't have a name.
We did have a name. We said it like 3 minutes ago. You're telling me you can't remember either.
A versus battle?
Versus battle. There you go. Who would win in a versus battle? The Power Rangers or the Devil May Cry crew? My money's on the Power Rangers because Dante doesn't have a fucking Megazord.
Which Power Rangers? Because I'm pretty sure fucking Dante would...
Take your pick.
Okay, Dante and the Devil May Cry crew will probably be anyone from Dino Thunder and SPD Force, but probably not from Mighty Morphin or Galaxy Rangers. They would probably be slapped.
I was memeing.
Ranger.
How do the Power Rangers even kill Dante?
They would just imprison him in like Galaxy's Edge, and blah. They don't even kill most of their guys. They just imprison them in like unescapable areas, and they somehow escape because Zordon's a fucking asshole, dumbass.
Isn't Zordon their little like C-3PO robot guy that helps them?
No, Zordon's the gigantic floating head.
Oh, he's the fucking Wizard of Oz looking guy.
Yeah.
Pay no attention to the giant man behind the curtain.
Well, technically he's an alien, I think, so...
His name is stupid.
His name is stupid, all of Power Rangers is stupid.
But that's why we love it.
They stole a show from Japan, because in Japan it's called Super Senkai, Super Senkai.
Yeah. To be fair, that's why we like Devil May Cry also, though. Devil May Cry is also very stupid.
Yeah.
But it's like that fun, dumb kind of action.
It's that, yeah, the flashy dumb shit.
It's like, I was talking with a friend recently about Devil May Cry, and they said that it was that kind of like cringy, dumb action type game that tries too hard to be cool, but it's goofy and fun enough that it also is cool at the same time. And I was like, yeah, that's accurate.
Like No More Heroes, God Hand, I won't say Bayonetta because Bayonetta's appealing to the different crowd. Devil May Cry especially, yeah. Wonderful 101 is also like that too, so...
Yeah. We really got away from Danganronpa in this Ego Theater, but I guess that's what Ego Theater's for. And I guess we'll just wrap it up by saying that Devil May Cry content is on the way, because I love playing Devil May Cry. It's DMC Devil May Cry, because I love DMC, but I'm also going to do some Devil May Cry 5 stuff when Virgil comes out, because I'm really interested to give Virgil a try. So
He's never played Virgil before. This fucking heathen.
I played Virgil a long time ago in Devil May Cry 3, the original version on my PlayStation 2, because I finally someone told me you could play as Virgil if you beat the game, and I was like, whoa, seriously? So I beat the game, and I was really looking forward to going through like a unique campaign with Virgil. I played the very first level where you're in Dante's shop just beating up demons with the jukebox playing in the background, but I was Virgil, and I was like, wow, this is kind of lame. And then I never played it again. And then I didn't have the special edition of Fort when it came out, so I didn't play Virgil on that either. So.
Or Lady or Trish.
Yeah.
To be fair, Lady and Trish were kind of like, eh. But Virgil was fucking broken. And in 5, it's not better. He's even more broken.
Yeah. I've seen gameplay of people doing Legendary Dark Knight mode and just murdering entire armies of enemies with Virgil without getting hit. I'm like, this is silly. It's cool, but it's silly.
Slay. Oh, Judgment cut end.
Judgment nut end.
What?
Thank you, everybody.
Why?
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
Why would they give you a final boss super attack? Seriously? Well, to be fair, Dante's Sin Devil Trigger Judgment is basically the same thing, too.
Yeah. How do you use Sin Devil Trigger again? I played through 5 recently, and I couldn't remember how to do Sin Devil Trigger.
I think you had to press like a special button to charge up the meter, and then you press once it's
full. Oh no,
full,
the meter
that.
charges from you dealing damage. It just charges slower than the Devil Trigger meter does, because you get Devil Trigger like candy in 5.
Oh, okay. But then I think you press and hold a specific button to activate it.
Okay.
Because there was always a delay to it.
Yeah. I'll look it up. I'll look it up so I can remember how to do it when I record 5 again.
Right.
Yeah. I'm gonna play through the campaign of DMC Devil May Cry just because I like that game. I don't care what anyone says. I think it's pretty solid. I love the gameplay. I'm gonna play through the campaign of that and just bully demons, and then when Virgil comes out, I'll probably play through Devil May Cry 5 again as Virgil and do Virgil gameplay.
And then bully Dante.
Yeah, I'm bully Dante, and then I don't know. After that, maybe I'll just do Bloody Palace runs or something.
Do not expect us to be professional DMC players.
I am not.
Though.
I am not great at the actual Devil May Cry games. That's another reason I like DMCs, because the gameplay is a little less complicated, so it's easier for me to get good at the harder stuff. Because you have to do like fighting game type inputs for some of the better stuff in like Devil May Cry 5, and I am not good at doing inputs like that at all.
What, you don't rock crab crawl on controller when you play Dante, Dylan?
No.
Where you have your thumb on the D-pad?
I don't even have Royal Fork for V unlocked because I am not good at doing the input. Because you have to do like a circle button input for Royal Fork. If I practice it, I'll probably be able to do it. I don't think it's as hard as I'm making it out to be, but yeah.
Yeah, summoning V is basically Sin Devil Trigger for Virgil.
No, yeah, I know. It's not like, I remember seeing the trailer and I was like, oh, cool, you get to switch over and play as V for a little while? That's sick. But then I saw the actual gameplay and I was like, oh, it's just like a special move that happens. You have no real control over it. That's fun. I do like V a lot,
It's
though.
still pretty clear, so...
Yeah. Alright, well, back to the show. Alright, welcome back. Who are we talking about again? We've gone off topic so much. We're talking about Taka. Are you there?
Yeah, sorry, I was lost in thought.
Oh, okay. I was like, did I lose you?
Did you die?
Did you die? Alright, so how
I
well...
was trying to think of something witty, but then at the same time I was drawing a blank, so I was like, I gotta say something funny here. Damn it, couldn't think of anything funny. Fuck.
God. Alright, so how well do we think Taka's written?
As a comic relief character,
Just
pretty well.
Just in general.
Just general, overall, I think Taka's pretty well. He was, like I said, when we... Because this was at the point in time in our first recording where we kind of dawned on the realization that Taka is actually pretty important to the story.
Mm-hmm.
Because after this is Impact. So with us, it's overall well-written character. He has to be he's the moral compass, so he's the moral anchor to the entire story. And they're still, like, if you think about it, these guys are still a bunch of kids, technically.
So
he is still a little bit like, yeah, high schoolers. So he's still a little bit goofy, he's still a little bit, like, funny. He still has that little bit, like, kid-like attributes to him.
Mm-hmm.
So he like has a little bit of immaturity, just like with the rest of the people in the cast. Because, fuck, I lost my thought again. God damn it, what the hell?
Yeah, for what he's written as, he definitely serves his purpose. And
Right.
and like you said, he's the anchor to the rest of the cast and the story in general, I think. Because like we've said already, once he's gone, everything goes downhill in terms of like tone and like the characters themselves. Things just get real bad once he's gone because we don't have him there to like kind of lift spirits anymore, you know?
Right. Because I don't think I think like what I would put an example. I wouldn't think Taka would let Togami like put Sakura down 24/7, and he definitely probably wouldn't let Hina slap Togami.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely would not let Jill cut a bitch either.
Yeah. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comedic wise, I think he's pretty funny. He's definitely enjoyable. I can't think of anyone not liking him. Because he's not even really annoying either. He's just that kind of archetype where everyone just kind of shakes their heads and smiles and looks up and goes, "Oh, Taka."
Oh, you.
Yeah, he's that kind of character. I'm sure there's someone out there who thinks he's annoying, but honestly, overall, I've never seen anyone complain about Taka.
I think the only complaint I've ever seen someone talk about Taka is like he's too loud.
Yeah, but that's his character though. That's kind of what he was supposed to be.
Right.
So,
but at the same time, every single time he was in the trial debate, he was like he wasn't obnoxiously loud. He didn't like interrupt people 24/7. Like put like Taka versus Kaito in the loud department. Kaito interrupts like 24/7 in V3.
Yeah.
Compared to Taka, at least Taka lets you finish a fucking sentence before he chimes in. You know what I'm saying?
It's not that Taka is like obnoxious. It's just that he doesn't know what the word indoor voice means.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, it sounds like me when I was a kid.
Sounds like you now.
I'm sorry. I have the fucking voice of Thor over here.
Okay.
I casually... It's like me, I arrive at the Starbucks, and I just come from my portal in the sky, axe in hand, and I go up to the fucking local Burger King, get like, "Give me Whopper!" That's how I order food.
Christ. Yeah, Impact I don't think we need to go too in-depth on, because we've said it already. He has a pretty big impact on the story, and if it's your first time playing through, too, you probably won't even notice until you're done with the game like we were, because this is something that we didn't even think of until now, and we both played Trigger Happy Havoc a while ago.
And I watched Dylan play through Trigger Happy Havoc, so...
Yeah.
I played it once on my own, and I watched Dylan play through Trigger Happy Havoc, and I didn't catch it until we discussed about it.
Yeah. He definitely was more important than we initially thought to the story.
Right.
So.
Right. I mean, like, there's also other characters that fit the bill, too. Gundam in the second game, you really feel big loss for Chiaki, but that was at, like, the very end, very, very end of...
She wasn't so much the comedic relief, though. She was more like your
Kyoko.
She was like your ally that was constantly with you and on your side throughout the entirety of the story, and then like right there before the end, it's like, okay, you have to go on without me now.
Right.
So, but it does kind of follow that similar idea of like things going downhill fast once they're gone.
And V3 kind of does this, but in the very beginning with Kaede. But Kaede's a special case. That's the where Taka was like, oh man, I'm gonna miss you, Taka. Kaede was more of like a kick in the dick kind of death and thing. Whereas Taka, he's just gone, and you're like, well, he's the equivalent of like going back to the Ego Theater. It's like us as Dante looking down at Griffin and like, see you later, little chicken. It's been a bash.
All right, well, moving on to trivia. There's not a whole lot of trivia for Taka. There's only 3 bullet points here, so we're gonna go through these a little quick. Taka's former high school. I'm gonna butcher these, so I'm very sorry in advance.
He does not speak moon.
I do not speak Japanese, like at all. Taka's former high school, Kaiseidan High School, is a reference to 2 real-world schools that are 2 of Japan's top academic schools. Kaisei Kaukau, or Kuku. I don't know, it's K-O-U, K-O-U, so I'm assuming it's like an O or an ow sound. But one school is Kaisei Kaukau and the other one is Nada Kaukau. And then the other school is the kanji. Yeah, oh no, those were the 2 schools. Sorry, I'm getting so mixed up here, dude. I'm not good with these kinds of words. The Kaisei Kaukau and Nada Kaukau. And the kanji, the Kaisei and the Nada are combined to make Kaiseidan. I hope that made sense. You guys can just look at the trivia on the wiki if you can't understand the way I'm reading it. I don't understand the way I'm reading it.
I'm like, I hope it makes sense because I'm fucking lost over here.
Taka's school is Kaiseidan High School. And the 2 real schools in Japan that it's based on are Kaisei and Nada. And the Kaisei and Nada are combined to make Kaiseidan.
Alright, now I get you.
Okay.
You putting the honorifics on there was just like, oh, what the fuck are you
because I was reading it as it's written, and I'm just not... I confused myself trying to figure out what it was saying.
It hurt itself with its confusion.
Yeah, literally me. I actually like this piece of trivia. Taka's English voice actor Sean Chiplock is also the voice of Monotaro in the English version of Danganronpa V3.
Yeah, it's one of those ones when you're like, if you're looking back at it, I'm like, oh, now I see it.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I can kind of hear it. Yeah, okay. And this one I think is just interesting, but not super surprising. Taka was voted the third most popular character in the Japanese fandom.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
The Japanese love their fucking
comic relief.
high schooler. Yeah.
They love their good boys.
Yeah.
Fair
they
enough.
they love anyone with that kind of aesthetic in general.
Yeah. That's fair. Alright, well, that was all the trivia we had, so... Closing arguments, Jared. What are your final thoughts on Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
My all-time favorite character in Danganronpa 1. Goodest of good boys. Funny as shit. Really wish we got to see more of him. I would give him a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, fair enough. That's what we gave him before. Well, that's what you gave him before. I think for what he was in the first game, and on the basis that most of the characters in the first game are pretty basic, not super anything to write home about, I think Taka's a little above that. just in the sense that he's
He'll-
memorable. He's got a very recognizable, well, I don't want to say recognizable, but he's got a good design on him. He's got a good color scheme. He's one of the characters that you're probably going to remember, even if you forget his name. If you haven't played the game in a while, you're definitely going to remember Taka.
You say that, Dylan, but I just came from a Discord chat where they were like named everyone but Taka. I'm like, come on, say Taka. I'm like, and the one guy with all white. I'm like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Wow.
Fucking degenerates.
You remember everyone but not Taka? Fuck you guys.
How does one even? No, I think
You
for
remember Chihiro but not Taka? What?
I think for what he's written as a comic relief and the impact that he has on the story, I think he is very solid compared to most of the characters that we've talked about already. I gave him an 8 out of 10, and I think it was mostly just, I was going to give him a 6 or a 7, I think, but I bumped it up to an 8 after the realization of how important he was to the overall tone of the story and how noticeable it is once he's gone.
He's not the big once they die impact character, you really feel it.
Yeah.
But he is the guy leading up to the once they die, you really feel an impact character.
Yeah. And like we said earlier, this was something that we didn't even really notice until recently when we tried to record this once before. It's just kind of interesting to think about when you go back on it like that.
Because like the most obvious one is like who had the biggest death impact in the game. Sayaka and Sakura, obviously.
Yeah. Sayaka was
But
like what did we say? She was like the needle drop. She was what started everything.
Right.
And
And Sakura's
is just depressing.
Yeah. But like Taka's also pretty big because there's a lot of nuance to it.
And I feel like it gets kind of overshadowed also by Hifumi, because Hifumi was more the focus out of the victims in Case 3 of Trigger Happy Havoc. Because Hifumi was, you find out, was the accomplice. He was the accomplice, and he was the one who died last. And he had the parting words before he finally, like, died, and... Yeah.
Right.
I feel like Hifumi, and there was the whole mystery they had to figure out of how Hifumi went from the nurse's office on the first floor to the art room on the third floor.
Which you figured out right away during your Trigger Happy Havoc that I had to lie constantly to make it interesting.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. I had that case figured out as I was going. I was like, oh, well. It wasn't one of those that like made sense later after I played through it. It was one of those like while I was playing, I was like, you're bullshitting us right now, aren't you, Celeste?
Yeah.
But yeah.
You never had a case like that after.
Not one that I was 100% on top of, no. Right. Which is good.
I'm pretty sure you found like Tojo in the V3. You were on to her a little bit.
I think a little, just because like the way the case was played out and like how the murder happened, I was like, she's the only one I could really see being able to put something this complex together.
I mean, another one that was easiest to figure out right off the bat was fucking V3 Case 3, but we don't want to talk about that case.
We'll get there. Well, that's
I used to love Seesaw Man, but in retrospect, looking back, I really don't like Seesaw Man.
After watching me play through V3, you were like, wow, this is not as good as I remember. This is very bad.
I remember it being a lot funnier, but I don't remember it being... I remember it being funnier and not as degenerate and a lot better paced.
Yeah.
Scrum debate. Well, it can't be Kyo. Scrum debate ends. It's Kyo. No, it can't be me. What the fuck? Why did we scrum debate 5 minutes?
Yeah. All right. Well, that's Taka.
Right.
That was.
Hopefully, we don't have to record this third time because Dylan forgot to check the audio before recording.
Well, hey, you know what they say, man. Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm. Hopefully. Yeah, this will be uploaded on Wednesday. So and since we got an editor, I'm going to be working on the next... do you have a video for Friday, or do I have to work on a video for Friday?
I have not started working on my next video yet. I recorded it, but I haven't
Alright, then
started editing it yet. I'll probably do that tomorrow, maybe, if I get to it.
Right. I'll start working on my video as well, because I need to get through that footage and delete it off my computer as soon as I'm done with it. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's eating up a lot of memory. It's eating up a lot of memory on my
Yeah.
memory. Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah.
And then I will, at some point, have another Risk of Rain video recorded. I kind of have been thinking of streaming, and I have my personal Twitch set up with Major Ego Junk, so I don't know, maybe expect some streams in the future. I'm probably just going to be doing more Eclipse mode runs, so.
Do what Max does, have like a little video play. It says, hey, what's up guys, we're going to be streaming here in about an hour or two.
Yeah, I'll probably post videos to the channel that just says like, hey, I'm going live here soon, here's the link to the Twitch if you want to watch, and then that video will probably get deleted like the next day or something.
Right.
So.
Right.
Alright, well. I don't know, is there anything else we need to mention before we go?
Noah's going to be our editor for Town of Salem for the time being.
Yeah, maybe not just Town of Salem. We'll probably give him some other stuff to work on too, but...
He isn't until he's dead, or until I find someone better.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Dylan, that was a Starship Troopers reference. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You were in it until you're dead, or until I find someone better.
Okay.
You usually die.
Jesus. Alright, well... I guess, next week, if we remember to record next week, next week we are going to be talking about Hifumi, everyone's favorite character. I can't think of a single person who hates Hifumi Yamada. Not a one.
At least he's one of those love-to-hate characters and not an actual person that I want to see dead by strangling to death like fucking Hiyoko.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
You look at that guy, I'm like, God, I want to bully you so bad.
God.
Maliciously bully.
Alright, guys. Well, hopefully we'll keep up with the more regular uploads from this point. If not, you know, that's showbiz, baby.
That's show. Or Dylan is going to find another show on Hulu to completely binge, like he just binged Animaniacs.
Well, that was only like 13 episodes. It literally took me like a day.
Fair enough, I guess.
But it's very good. If y'all like Animaniacs, check it out. Watch the original, too. The original is just as great, if not better. Honestly, probably better, just because it's the original. But, yeah.
And they're both made by Steven Spielberg, so... hey,
kinda, actually. I just found out that the reboot did not have, like, any of the original writers or the creator involved with it. The creator didn't even know that it was being rebooted until his son shared the trailer for it on Twitter.
Ooh.
Yeah, when I found that out, I felt kind of dirty having binged the whole series already, but,
Hey, at least we're still pretty good.
yeah, at least it's doing decent. It's doing pretty well, so...
Yeah.
But, you know... Alright, well...
Just as long as they don't do that with The Nightmare Before Christmas.
That movie's never gonna get rebooted. There will be riots in the streets.
On top of the riots in the streets already.
Right.
With a bigger crowd and a more just cause.
Pretty much. Alright guys, until next time, I'm the D-DAWG.
And I'm J-Man.
Peace out, bitches.
Get off our lawn.